Good evening, America. This is your favorite asshole, Coben Rodriguez here. And I'm going to call out a few people before I get this video completely started. A war person that made a comment on my video on the Hillary Clinton crybabies. Wharf Rat and Dwight Stewart. I hate to say it, but you guys are fucking pieces of shit. Like, really? Fuck y'all. And by the way, Mr. Dwight Stewart, you're saying that when you sign up for the military, you do 6 years? Yes, you are right. They do 6 years. But you know what? The reason I only did 4.5? That was because I got blown up in Afghanistan and I fucking got a hairline fracture in my back. It fucking sucks. And I have to walk around with a fucking, cane every now and then. So you really think it's easy on me? Fuck no. It's not fucking easy. My back hurts every fucking day and I have to deal with it. And you want to fucking call me stupid and say shut the hell up, man? Fuck you. You shut the hell up. And as for you, Wharf Rat, yeah, I'm calling you out. You fucking don't know jack shit. You're the one that's ignorant, and you're the one wanting to say that, people don't quite understand. Man, fuck you. Anyways, now, back to the video. I was reading up on a few videos about how people are having so many problems with Muslims in their state and all that stuff. Again, targeting Muslims. Y'all are probably going to say, why is he always targeting Muslims and all that stuff? Well, because 9 times out of 10, Muslims are the main cause of the problem. Oh, man, it's like an engine. You don't oil it, it's fucking going to cause it up. And if you throw something in there, it's going to fuck it up too. Oh, Muslims. What can I tell you about them? Well, in Vermont right now, they're having an issue with some Muslims right now. A restaurant had a sign out saying, because you know how when most restaurants they serve bacon, but they don't illustrate it and all that stuff? Well, this restaurant does. This one restaurant in Vermont was serving bacon. It says, serving bacon on the sign, and this Muslim lady was making a big deal, and she said she'll get violent if she doesn't take it down. She told the owner that. Well, the owner took it down and all that stuff, and I saw a post on Facebook saying that in restaurants it should be about food, not about political stances. That is correct, because when it comes to restaurants, I want to go to a restaurant, I want to get me a nice big fat greasy juicy burger with bacon, fucking patties, and just pile on the bacon. I mean, like, seriously, I want that sucker mountain high in bacon with onions, fucking cheese, tomato, pickles, mouth-watering goodness. And for those of you who don't like bacon, I'm sorry, but you're un-American. I'm sorry. Bacon is what makes the gears go around. Goodness grease. Yeah, get that nice greasiness on you. Put some nice heart-clotting goodness in you. But aside from that, it's just that fact that, and also I talked to a few people saying that Muslims are not they're not dictators. They want to say that Muslims are not dictators. They want to say that they're not pushy about their religion or about their beliefs. But yet, you read this thing on Facebook, and you read about all these other instances across the country, and not just that, across the world, about Muslims, making a big deal over the smallest little things. It makes you wonder sometimes. And they say they're not pushy. They're not a religion that forces themselves upon somebody. But yet here they are trying to force their religion and their beliefs into people. So they're pretty much contradicting themselves all the way around. And not just that, they're just, it's a false religion. I'm sorry to say, the fucking Muslim religion is a false religion. When they believe in Muhammad and Allah, I don't know. I don't know what to fucking say about their religion other than that. I mean, seriously, do you hear the Lord Jesus Christ, JC, upstairs saying if you beat a woman because she's not covering face, that he's going to be grateful and lay his gracious hands upon you, saying it was justified? Do you hear the Lord saying it's good, for you to go spread the word, but in order to spread the word, you have to get violent. In other words, cause terrorism and blowing yourself up, and in return, you get 70 virgins? Do you hear people saying that, it's good? Do you hear the good Lord saying that? Because, hell, if he says that if I blow myself up, I'm going to have 70 virgins, fuck, okay, that's a hell of a deal. Fuck. Like, seriously, what is this world coming down to? And plus, we got young people wanting to sign up with ISIS because, like, seriously, most of today's generation is consisted of the idiots. Like, seriously, the idiots that are from idiots and fools from high schools and colleges. For example, most of these people that, get so deep into political stuff and want to try to make a change in this world are ignorant as shit. Because, like, seriously, most of them are kids. They're just, like, between the ages of 16 and 20. They're not even old enough to fucking, know what the hell's going on. I mean, granted, I'm not that old neither, but shit. I was risen, to use my bare hand. Like, seriously, I was risen to use my hands and the tools that I know. For example, my dad taught me how to build a car when I was fucking 7 years old. He was teaching me how to build cars when I was 7 years old. He was teaching me how to paint them, how to properly scuff it, primer it, you name it, the whole 9 yards. My dad was teaching me all this stuff when I was fucking young. He taught me how to build and paint cars when I was 7. And when I became 10, he actually taught me how to build my own little go-kart. And when I hit 11, I actually built my first, fucking car with my dad and all that stuff. We built a 1957 Chevy Bel Air with a V8 engine in it. Yes, we had to rig a few things, but other than that, it worked. But the point of this story is that I learned a lot of stuff from the old days, and I know how things should be run in an economy and in a government. And when you look at today, that is not how things are being run now. The way things are being run now is totally unjustified. You see billionaires walking along the streets, like, for example, George Soros. He's the one that's, funding the protesters. He's the one that's funding the people that are doing all these protests against Donald Trump. And he's saying that he has no involvement in it, but yet it clearly shows that he has a major involvement in it because he's the one that's putting out all his money into this shit. Like, seriously, and plus George Soros is responsible for multiple other things, both foreign, issues and also domestic issues. He is responsible for more shit that's going on in America than there is anything else. And he says he's innocent. Why can't they put people like him behind bars? Because, like, seriously, he has all this money that's going, in and out of the country, and people don't question where it goes to. But yet he's responsible as well for a lot of other shit, but people don't question him. And yet when he gets caught, they simply just sweep it underneath the rug. Why is it that people like that never get slapped in the face with a fucking 20-year sentence in a federal prison? Why is it that people like that always, walk away scotch-free?
Yeah, not just him, but Hillary Clinton as well.
And like she said, Hillary Clinton as well. Why does Hillary Clinton? Now, granted, she does have a disease, and I figured this out. Now, I could be a little lenient, but at the same time, I can't. Because Hillary Clinton, when she was talking about when the Benghazi issue was being brought up to her, she just laughed about it. I can't stand people who laugh about tragic events like that. It pisses me off down to the core. And not just, her, but also there's multiple other people I can name off that pretty much don't give a damn about America. They don't give a damn about our economy. That doesn't even bother putting in a cent to fix the economy. They don't want to put in a cent to fix the economy. And also I'm going to call out Obama as well, because Obama, you see him putting out all these laws and signing all these executive orders, but yet he enforces it, but yet he does not live by it. Because apparently, I guess when you become the president of the United States, I guess that makes you exempt from you obeying the laws to a degree, even your own laws that you sign. And not to mention Michelle Obama, she signed a fucking piece of shit paper. I'd much rather use to wipe my ass and use to fucking throw in her face after I'm done wiping my ass after taking a diarrhea shit. Yes, I just said that. After taking a diarrhea shit, I would use that, piece of paper, wipe my ass with it, get nice and good in between the crack there, get some pubic hairs while I'm at it, rub it in her face, and say, look at what you signed. Because, okay, Michelle Obama signed a few papers that were saying that children in school should be eating healthy, which I have nothing wrong with children eating healthy, but I also read that a school teacher taking away a kid's lunchbox and throwing away banana bread. Like, seriously, okay, I was risen on banana bread. I love banana bread. Banana bread's my weakness. Hell, my grandmother makes me banana bread, and I fucking become a fat boy off that shit. And, taking away the banana bread, threw it away, saw that he had a bag of grapes. He had to, share his grapes with the entire class. And it's like, really? You're going to starve that poor little boy to death? Like, seriously, if a kid brings a lunch to school, he should not be, discriminated or have his lunch taken away because it's considered unhealthy. No. If his parents packed him that lunch or if he packed it himself, He should be allowed to eat it. It's his lunch. Now, if he was eating cafeteria food, that's a different story. Now, if you want kids to eat healthy, put that in the cafeteria food. Don't try to force that shit on what kids eat in their lunchbox. Like, seriously. If you want a child to fucking eat healthy, try, enforcing it into your own, like, little thing there. But other than that, all I gotta say is Michelle and Barack Obama is by far the two dumbest people in office that I have ever seen. Not to mention, they want to fucking try to enforce their laws upon people, which they know they're not going to obey, which they know the people are not going to listen anyway. They're going to do whatever they want, which is why it's going to create anarchy. And Obama also signed an executive order stating that a new gun law that restricts people from buying firearms, which is pretty fucking stupid. I'm not going to go into detail about that because I have to read up on it here, and I have to read up on it because it's just stupid. Because it talks about people with mental disability, which I agree about people who are mentally disabled. If people are mentally disabled to a degree or not exactly all there, for example, not all their marbles are in the bag, they're a little cuckoo.
Like suicidal or homicidal?
Exactly. Suicidal or homicidal, or fucking the kind that would make Psycho look like a fucking, saint. Yeah, I'm talking about those kind of people. Ones that would use a sewing pin to fucking, just gut someone open. That would, which I would love to see. But other than that, that'd be something interesting to see on the news. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about. The people who are mentally disturbed, I can agree about not letting them have firearms. Because with them having a firearm, you never know. They may be more, lethal and deadly than our own military troops. They may be just that kind of person. But then again, and then you got the part where they say about the people who are living off disability. Now, people who are living off disability, now, I think of it like this. People who are living off disability and all that stuff, and they can't really afford much, but yet they live in a rough town, but they need a way to protect themselves. Obama signed that executive order which refuses people who are living off disability to buy a firearm, which that is retarded. Okay, if a person's living off disability and they're still affording a way to live and they're still affording the bills and all that stuff, and they're wanting to buy a firearm so this way they can protect themselves, which is retarded, why do you want to take away a firearm that belongs to a person that's living off disability? If that person's perfectly mentally sane and in good health, or even not in good health, but still wants to have a way to defend themselves, they need a way to protect themselves. Like, for example, say it was an Army or a Marine vet that has no legs. He lives in a wheelchair. He practically lives his life in a wheelchair and all that stuff. He just rolls around the house. And say someone kicked in his door, but thanks to the Obama administration, thanks to Obama signing the executive order, he cannot buy a firearm because he is disabled, because he's living off disability. Now, how is he going to defend himself? If you live, and I know a lot of people watch this, and liberals watch this too, they're going to say, well, he can defend himself by using a broom, or using a stick, or taping, a knife to... Okay. I will personally demonstrate it if I have to. I will personally demonstrate taping a knife to a broomstick if I have to. But I'm not going to because I don't have any duct tape. But other than that, just saying, taping a knife to a broomstick, that could take some time. Meanwhile, this guy is coming in your house. He is strolling through fast, and he has a gun. So you're going to poke at him with a stick with a very sharp, metal blade at the end? I'm just saying, what's going to be more faster, a bullet or a stick?
A bullet?
I think a bullet is. Now, this same vet, now get this, and just use this, and now, in the other picture, we have the same military vet, wheelchair, disabled, and say this law didn't go through, he has a gun, and he's able to defend himself and all that stuff. Now, he's able to defend himself, he's able to go about and do his thing. Now, say that intruder broke in his house. He has a way to defend himself, and he could shoot that intruder dead, and knowing that he's going to live. I'd much rather take my odds on that than having a stick or a fucking knife in my hand. Because, seriously, the only things I got, that could defend off an intruder, if I was in that picture, would be an axe, a knife, and maybe a fucking, baseball bat. If I was in that picture. But other than that, since I'm not in that picture, I got me a handy dandy 45 and plus a dozen other firearms. So believe me, I'm happy with that. So y'all can kiss ass on that part. But other than that, people, I just want to say God bless America and Merry Christmas. Well, not Merry Christmas, but basically saying to those who had a Merry Christmas, I hope it went well, and a Happy New Year to all. And other than that,
God bless Donald Trump.
yep, God bless Donald Trump. Other than that, see y'all around.